Thanks for being here, everyone. I'm starting to get comfortable here. I'm starting to feel like this is like really one of my homes away from home, one of my digital homes away from home. For our Rally Creator and Dev Meetup, aka the community meetup. We have a full agenda today, and we're going to flip the script today. Normally, we save our special guests for the end, but today we're going to start out with the one and only Chris, our VP of Product, who's going to give us a status update on Rally Rewards V3. We'll then go into our usual agenda, which is really, really jam-packed, and we'll leave some time at the end for kudos and Q&A. A quick link to the Slido is here, and if one of my Rally co-pilots could also help drop that into the chat, that would be stellar. We'll make sure that we get to as many of those questions as we can at the end, and we'll be sure to follow up afterwards with any that we can. With that, I'm excited to introduce our VP of Product, Chris Fortier. Hi, Chris.
And now I'm unmuted.
There we
are. Despite my excitement moments ago, that excitement is dead now, dead and gone and will not return. We've missed it. Hey, cool. Rally Rewards V3. V3? Why 3? This is actually V3. There was the original Rally Rewards, and then prior to my joining, there was a major change to Rally Rewards, and then this is the third major change. So we're very excited about it. I've got the outlines of those change, which I will convey to you using words. I should have had slides, but time is finite and life is fleeting. So what are my words? Here's the passel of them. KT, get ready. If you could start the word count, let's get it going. Okay, so first major change that is coming to Rally Rewards. We're going to be shifting from weekly to daily. Second major change that's coming to Rally Rewards. We are changing how we calculate rally backing. Third major change. In part of changing how we calculate rally backing, and of course, I'll get into all the details in just a second, we are making the reward system more flexible and able to accommodate future rewarded behaviors, as well as time-limited things where we want to try things, experimentation, and just in general, a lot of flexibility. To characterize the existing reward system as monolithic is in fact an insult to the pyramids. It is a terrible structure that isn't flexible in the slightest, can't accommodate change, and when it fails hard. We're trying to fix a lot of that with this change, but we are bringing some of our aspirations down, and we will have the first rewarded behavior be very similar to the existing system in that it is rewarding RLY backing. But we have a key change to how that's going to work, and we're excited to talk about it. And then the third major change, on receipt of basically, when the clock strikes each day, users will be able to come in and claim their rewards. This is shifting from automatic distribution and moving towards a user claimable system. Now, let's start in reverse order. Why are we moving to a claimable system? Well, there are lots of really good reasons. Some of those reasons include it should bring people to coin pages. It will bring people to Rally. They'll be able to learn things. They'll be able to see what's going on. And particularly if they dig into their favorite creators page, they'll get more opportunity to see, yeah, we can admit it, Caroline. They'll get more opportunity to see what new campaigns or offers or what have you are happening. The second is a little more practical. Currently, when rewards have issues, it fails for everybody. Because it's a single cron job. In the future, we'll have those transactions spread over time and over space and over humans and wallets. And so individual failures will be much more easy to handle, and the entire system will be much more robust. Last but not least, it is really important to enable certain other cool things that we want to talk to you about in the future that could include very important initiatives like shifting what currencies rewards are granted in, or giving lots of options around the currencies rewards are granted in. A lot of that goes back to that claimability because of reasons like front running and reasons like inability for single users to capture transactions. Happy to go into those if you want. There are nitty-gritty tokenomics and incentive details in there, but suffice to say, while users will have to take a step to receive their rewards now, we think that the sort of friction of that step is balanced against a lot of good robustness for the system as a whole and a lot of improvements to the feature going forward. So that was claimability. Jumping to the front, let's talk about daily. Why daily instead of weekly? Well, makes the system more robust. It's an ongoing theme. So basically, having the rewards be less monolithic, less massive, less big spikes, spread throughout days, spread throughout user behavior, all of that just goes to make the rewards more of a sort of base layer of noise as opposed to these big spiky events. All of that's good for the system, and all of that should improve robustness. Then last but not least, how are we changing the calculation for rally backing? One of the things that differentiated rewards v1 from rewards v2 is that we moved to this system where we calculate your 4-week moving average RLY backing in your token bonding curve. And then for every hour you're above that, you are accruing reward points. For every hour you're below that 4-week moving average, you're not accruing reward points. This makes rewards unpredictable. It makes rewards easy to game, particularly in smaller coins that don't have quite the same level of volume, circulating supply, or backing. Joel, you may want to go on mute, sorry. And it also, it makes the, it just makes the system have winners and losers. It's kind of a feast or famine system. The new method of calculating rally backing is going to be a progressive system that intends to provide rewards to every coin. And it intends to incentivize, in particular, coins with wide backing. It'll do this by taking a quadratic measure, basically a square root, of the rally backing in each individual wallet and the coin support, each individual wallet supporting your coin. To put that into non-nerdy PM terms, it basically means if Brian, John, Katie, and Dave each have one coin in coin A, that matters more than if Joel has 4 coins in coin B. It counts people. It gives people more of a vote. It's not dissimilar to how we do snapshot proposals and voting like that. All of the math will be posted to the wiki. Don't worry, you'll be able to check it. Please check it. Dear God, please. Math is hard. But in the meantime, like that's the overall impact. We want to incentivize people with broad-based holdings, like broad support. You still get more rewards by having more holdings. But then the last bit is there's no moving average. So everyone receives rewards based off of their backing. So there's no more feast and famine. As you continue to improve your backing over time, as you add new folks, as those folks hold more, you will increase your rewards. But it should happen in a more sort of measured and predictable way. And it should feel more like rewards are something that you can understand and count on. Now, when you do something like this, you have to assess we're changing a system that's in place, right? We're changing a system that's in flight. So some people are going to benefit from those changes and some people are not. We think this provides a fairer system overall. We also have future behaviors we want to incentivize that will shift these incentives a little bit and reward other kinds of behavior that should further widen the funnel for people to receive rewards. But it is fair to say that people who are really good at staying above their 4-week moving average might see fewer rewards. But this is being done in the name of providing a more level playing field for everyone, less overall gamification, and more predictability in the amount of rewards you're going to see. Okay, I'm going to open up chat for the first time and see if there are questions I can help with. Let's see. Skot is an aging skater, dude. Rewards would be claimed all at once. It would be a nightmare scenario to claim coin by coin. Though that doesn't mean it wasn't considered, or at least engineers thought that they saw coin by coin claiming. But no, there will be several buttons. There will even be a button in the top nav allowing you to just like literally log in, claim, and move on with your day. But ultimately, we're trying to, while we know we are adding some friction, we're trying to add that friction as little as possible. Claims do not expire. So the only thing you miss out on is the potential for compounding. So if you religiously take the weekly reward grant and immediately buy more creator coins with it, one, you'll be able to do that even faster now by coming in every day and logging in and grabbing it and immediately reinvesting. But two, that also means like basically by shortening the window, you can increase your speed of compounding. So this actually allows you to earn even more rewards even faster, assuming you're plowing those rewards back into Creator Coin, which is what everybody should be doing. How much lead time will we have between the wiki math update and go live? Math is hard. It takes time to check. Richard, thank you. You get me, man. So yes, we will provide a very healthy window. We also intend to do basically like, we're going to set up the math. We're going to establish the UI that make the changes to the UI that are necessary to make this real. Highlight all of this that this is coming. Give everybody a chance to read the wiki, to ingest, to understand. In the future, we're also going to run new changes to the reward system side by side with the existing system. We can't do that with this one because see previous comments about how inflexible and monolithic the existing system is. So this will be a hard cut, a hard fork, if you will, to go over to the new system of daily, claimable, and the new method of calculating backing. But it should be the last hard fork that ever happens to the system. Knock on wood. I'm sure I just jinxed myself because after this, Dave, I see your disapproval and I agree with it. Because after this, we should be able to do things like, cool, let's run that new bucket of rewards at 5% of total rewards and see what people think about it. And then we can run that for a while and we don't have to make these big changes. Like that is one of the big impacts of doing this change to the system. How will the transition period work? Yeah, so Jason, it's a great question. We're going to try to give lots of information and lots of time to digest and banners on site to basically notify people that things are changing. But at some point, this will be a hard fork over because again, the existing system can't live side by side with the new system. And this is the last time that'll be that case. I'm totally out of date on this project. No problem. Cool. Corin has a question that, oh, okay. So we are talking about the weekly rewards that come from owning creator coins on rally.io. The things that you're talking about are more appropriate for the Discord for the Rally Network Association. There we go. Dave's on it. Thanks, Dave. Okay, so that was words. KT, how'd I do? We're thinking what, 4,000 or 5,000 words? It was like a decent Medium post, I think. It probably should have been a Medium post, and it probably
will be. It definitely will be. We'll definitely get it there.
But then the punchline, of course, is when's this all coming out? Before the end of Q2. And that includes the time period for review, that includes the math checks, that includes Richard telling me how I got all the math wrong, and then me scrambling and changing it, and then pretending like I didn't get all the math wrong, and then going back to Richard and confirming that I did, and then it's fine. All of that within Q2. Also, the medium pun checks out.
Stellar.
Oh, I have not seen the Slido questions. Now Brian is appropriately cutting in and trying to take control of this meeting back.
Oh, it's okay. No, it's okay. I know that you have an out. We've got 5 more minutes to handle questions on this because I know there are a few. One from Nathaniel in the text here was, will there be an option for people to automatically move their rewards into a creator coin?
That is not part of this feature. That is a feature we are very excited about. Claiming is a prerequisite for that feature. We need to have more community discussions about it. I'm sure that there are people who would have negative impacts from removing the RLY component of rewards. We need to figure out the best way to approach it. But I will tell you that the conversations I'm in, there's a lot of heat around that feature, and we'd like to talk about it.
Stellar, thank you. Is KYC required to claim?
Is KYC required to claim? Man, these questions just go straight for the jugular. Fantastic. Okay. There are multiple opinions on this at present. We are working through that. One of the advantages of moving towards a reward system that grants creator coins instead of RLY could be that in a negative regulatory scenario, we don't have to KYC to get rewards. There could be a negative, the worst case regulatory scenario or regulatory opinion scenario would say that claiming RLY requires KYC. We are doing everything we can to make that not true.
Cool. Thank you. Let's see, another one just now from Todd. How does this affect reward accumulation for the creator coin owner? And will the creator coin owner rewards percent still be based on the total coins that they own?
Right. So changing the method of calculation for rally backing at this stage largely doesn't change the allocation method. So this is basically which, of the fire hose of rewards, your token bonding curve is due X. X is shifting based off of this new calculation method. Mm-hmm. But once X is received by your community, it's still percentage ownership is going to be the biggest picture on percentage ownership is still the way to parse out rewards. There are things that we're discussing in the future. For instance, we are thinking about as part of reward system, what is it like to incentivize economic activity inside of a coin? So things like buying NFTs or fulfilling campaigns or transferring to the creator and donations and things like that. And if we pursue that and the community is excited about that, we could consider things like buying an NFT directly from the creator counts as good as cash in terms of your rewards percentage. We've got plenty of time to talk about that. We got to get these changes first. But in the meantime, there are some cool things that we can do to make sure that the incentives are aligned.
Sounds good. I think I know that we're getting close to time that we need to keep going. Chris, one next question is, what's timeline for the next update from you on this? When can we expect to hear more?
Good question. We are doing lots of work on scoping and getting this understood by engineers, finishing the UX with Katie and with Jenny, and making sure that this is executable. And so I would say next update is probably in the relatively near future, where we're going to refine our dates.
Okay, that sounds great. We'll come back with an update on this. This will be a topic of conversation all through Q2 on these calls.
Just one last, because you can't get rid of me and I have words by the bucket. Brian, that's exactly the issue that we'd be trying to address by having NFTs, if purchased directly from the creator, calculated as part of the rewards percentage. We do not want to have a disincentive for people to use their coins. So that is going to be in the future. I understand that's going to be pain until we address it. But those are exactly the kinds of problems that we're thinking about. Thank you, Brian. You may have
cool. Thanks so much, Chris. And I know that there are some unanswered questions. Chris needs to drop in a few. There are some unanswered questions from the community on Slido right now regarding rewards. Chris, we'll follow up with you after with that list, and we'll come back and drop those in the private channels on the Discord. Thanks a ton. Thanks for the updates. And thanks for the great questions, everyone. Really, really stellar stuff. Let's grind on back to our regularly scheduled programming. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to bang through in the next little bit here. We'll start with stats from me, a monthly update and report card as well, which is something new that we'll talk through. Release notes from Stephanie, content and education, a quick update from me. We'll talk about the dev ecosystem with Joel, a quick look at a new program called Mint Sprint that we've been hinting at for a little bit from Claire. And then we've got our own meta here to talk about community awards and activities. Really excited. So looking at the last 2 weeks trailing up until Sunday 3/6, some great numbers here, 79.9 million in RLY total in the sidechain, 1.2 million bridge in and 2.3 million bridge out, 358K in buys versus 849K converts in. And we paid out a total of $4.1 million in rally rewards during that time frame. Creator still on trend and tracking up to 288 total over that time frame. RLY in the sidechain up 33% over the 3 months trailing, which is stellar. And wallets is a new stat that we're sharing here. We're really excited to be able to show you this. Seeing wallets outpace the RLY in the sidechain is really neat. We're seeing more users in the sidechain, even as we grow at that strong clip. 35,780 total wallets in the sidechain. Quick look at our leaderboards, some great motion from last week with a number of the usual suspects in our total wallet counts. Some of our newer tokens in the fastest growing as well, some recently launched ones showing up here, and total RLY backing a lot of our friends from the call and from the community here as well. One that I'm excited to share. Before we jump from this, Stephanie pointed out on the forum, it's on the forum post, and maybe someone from the team can drop this in the chat. We've got the ability to now, Bremner's been adding updates on our monthly tracking to that vision doc that he shared. So there's a forum post about the rally vision for 2022. He's going to be providing monthly updates on how we're doing. And it's really great. He just posted the February one. Really exciting to see. I hope one of my colleagues can drop it in there. If not, when someone else is presenting, I'll find it and drop it in here for y'all. Exciting one here. Happy to announce that we've been named one of Fast Company's top 5 most innovative companies in 2022 in the social media space. Really exciting. Clap, clap, clap. Puts us alongside some really great names and some of the big players in social. For us, really exciting to see us getting recognition in major publications, and huge thanks to all of you. This is a result of the work that we're all doing collectively. So high fives. With that, I'm going to pass it to our pal Stephanie to talk us through some release notes.
Hey, pals. So we the amazing, incredible, wonderful product team, as you just heard from all of Chris's updates, has been up to a lot of planning and sorting and doing and road mapping and shipping. And I think now that we have a new sort of formal PM team in place, we're also working with that team to make sure that they're using the release notes channel in Discord, hence the name of this slide, to share as new features are shipped, make sure that they include any planned updates or known bugs, things that they're working on. So definitely keep an eye on that channel. That's your home for all things product updates. Couple for you is we did ship last week the ability to download your transaction history via your portfolio. Apologies to those who had noticed that we shipped it, then went back and it vanished and you were pulling your hair out and wondering why. There was a decimal point error, so we real quick pulled it down to fix it and then put it back up. And then Rajesh, who's the PM who's been working on this, thank you, Rajesh, also posted in announcements recently that there was an additional request from a creator to be able to capture creator fees as part of the transaction history. So working on that, and I think we'll be shipping next week. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you to the incredible team, including Katie Bush, who heads up UX at Rally, to make sure that we finally shipped a major update to the coin uses and benefits section of the profile page, which means you can now have rich text formatting, hyperlinks, all the usual stuff you would expect on the web in 2022. Screenshot there. And then next slide. I'm going to hand it over to Scott for this one.
All right. Everyone can hear me all right? Cool. Okay, so last week we shipped some updates. The biggest one is that open editions will now be delivered instantly when you mint them. That was a problem before. If you had the mint window open for say 6 months, the folks who went to mint an NFT would have to wait that duration before they got them. So that's been updated as of last week. Next week we have coming burning NFTs. So next week on Tuesday, the 15th, you will be able to burn NFTs. Both creators and users. If you own the NFT, you may burn it. I am working with Robert to look at what we got to do to get some of that ability in an API format, so devs can take advantage of it. But burning first phase will be here next week. And then after that, by the end of the month, we're aiming to have bulk upload via a CSV to start with. So you'll be able to upload multiple NFTs for minting. I know that that's a feature that some users were looking for. I don't know if Mason's on the call, but I think that will help he and Ali out. And then after that, our next priority is royalty splits to NFT IDs. And what that means is I can split a portion of the royalty to go to whoever is holding another NFT. I think there's some really clever stuff you can do there. Brian, I know we're working on the rewards thing to address the concern you brought up when Chris was given his speech, but I think there's some creative solutions there, and I'd be happy to sit down with you or anyone else to talk about what those might look like. But that's sort of what we got for the next month or two. Happy to answer any questions. All right.
Awesome. Thanks, crew. If you have
we
additional
do-
questions, feel free to drop them in Slido, and we can hit them at the end here.
I was going to say there is a question in chat if you want to just take it in the chat, Scott.
Cool. Will do.
Awesome. Thanks a ton, Scott. Exciting upgrades there. Some exciting content from us this past week. Publishing 3 articles, one about Rebel Coin, using social tokens in the dance world, and specifically using it to engage with IRL activities that happen in their theater. We talked to Ben Miller from REK, WREK, on preparing to launch what will be their second coin with Morse Coin. And then 11 reasons why artists shouldn't be afraid of NFTs, a think piece from our lead of fine arts partnerships, Tam Grin. It's awesome. Got picked up in Create magazine and also republished by Bankless as well. So exciting to see the work that our leads are doing, showing up in other verticals as well, other channels. From our side, still working on our first series of How I Built My Token Economy interviews. I've reached out to some of you, really excited to have you talk to our interviewer and excited to have those conversations kicked off. We're also working to get interviews with some more developers. It's been really exciting to see developer content on the blog, and that's been well received. And then doing a recap of some of the Portugal demand work that we've done over the last little bit. You'll see that on the blog here shortly too, because there's some great use cases there. With that, I'll hand it to our main fellow, Joel, over there. Hey, Joel.
Hey, hope everyone's doing well. Couple updates from myself and the CDC. Again, with our goal being to enable as many places and ways that creators and your fans can use their coins. And we do that primarily through 2 means. We put up bounties on a monthly basis on Gitcoin, as well as a grant program. The CDC accepts applications for grants. Anyone can apply, and they are routinely giving out large sums of money to help you, to enable you to build. So those here in green have been funded directly either through grants from Rally or through bounties. Those in black are strictly through the CDC grant application. But making some really good progress. Token gated Slack channels, I know, is a big request for a lot of our Clubhouse and business focused creators. That is currently in QA. Alongside that, for those creators, token gated Calendly, right, which in a sense allows you to give time to your most loyal holders, is coming in April. We've got a Twitter bot coming soon. We've got Twitch, a Twitch plugin and bot, which will allow streamers to reward their fans based off of watch time, coming in the next month or so. And yeah, just really great work. I encourage those of you who are building, whether you're already in active development or you're thinking about building for Rally, to apply for a grant. I will drop the link to the CDC grant application right now.
Oh, amazing. Thanks, Joel. I'd encourage folks to do drop questions in the Slido. That way we can get to them at the end. And as we go, feel free also to upvote other people's questions if you're interested in getting them answered. With that, I'll hand it over to our pal, Claire. Hey, Claire.
Hello. So I'm excited to chat about Mint Sprint, which is our new way to qualify followers or creators with smaller communities for social tokens. Ultimately, what this means is that folks will be presented with a challenge to sell 150 individual NFTs within 10 days. So what this really means is that we're minting the NFTs on the R Coin page, allowing folks to buy them at their leisure. And if we reach 150, those individual creators will qualify for a full social token. So they will essentially be proving their proof of concept, their proof of community. And each NFT is going to have individual utility so that even if they don't qualify for the social token, they still have the ability to get something cool, like a ticket to an event or a gated space, in order to kind of provide that utility for folks who are purchasing the NFT. So if we go to the next page, I would love to encourage our group here to participate in the Mint Sprint. We do have an airdrop set up here. So if you want to scan the QR code, you will receive our coin. And this will be kicked off on 3/16 with our first Mint Sprint project on the Coin NFT chain. So you'll be able to see that. I'll post it in Discord as soon as it goes live. But if you want to go ahead and get a quick scan there, it'll cover the cost of the NFT if you'd like to purchase and participate in supporting these creators to achieve their goals. And Penelope Jane Smith is the first of their creators that we have set up. She's going to be funding all proceeds from the NFT towards microloans for female entrepreneurs in third world countries, which is a really awesome cause. And also a purchase of the NFT gets you evergreen tickets to her Financial Freedom online event. So each of these are going to be really interesting little projects that come up with, again, smaller community followings, but we want to prove that community by allowing them to sell as many NFTs as possible. The minimum price on the R coin is going to be 25 USD. And that actually is the set price for all of the NFTs. Cool.
Amazing. Claire, I'm so excited for this project. To me, I think the core idea of this was being able to help creators prove the enthusiasm that their audiences might have to be able to come into Rally, and just really excited to see the first one. Do you have more lined up too? I know this is the first one that we're launching. Are there more coming?
We do. We're going to have, right now we have 4 set to go up over the next couple of months, or the next 2 months. And so just keep an eye on the Discord. I'll be posting updates there for all of our upcoming projects.
Amazing. Thanks a ton. I'm really excited for more of these.
Sure thing.
Cool. With that, I'm going to hand it over to our own metaphorical from the CAC to talk through awards and activities that we've got going on.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right. So we're gonna go over the February Innovative Use Case Awards. We have 6 of them going out, as well as first ever Independent Developer Awards. So the first Innovative Use Case Award is going out as 500 Rally to Good Coin for Double Good, which was a campaign where they donated or matched up to 5,000 good donation to charitable nonprofits. We had a 500 Rally going out to Wellcoin for their Web3 with Whitney show, where they basically reward viewers for engaging with the show. We got 2,500 Rally going out to RiseCoin for SMMW Lunch with Mark, a campaign for in-person meetup at the conference. It was successfully sold out, so congratulations. We have 3,000 Rally going out to Shady Coin for a Battlegrounds tournament with a $500 shared prize pool, where the coin holders receive first dibs on a place in the tournament. We also got 3,000 Rally going out to DBO Coin, I believe that is. It is free coin. They had a campaign where they did free coin incentive to everyone who joined their Discord channel, and a great intro video for the community over there. So check them out on their Discord. We have 3,500 Rally as well going out to PTM Coin, one of the longest that I know of members of the Rally platform. So shout out to PTM. We got a campaign for a pre-save of a song. There was a coin giveaway, I guess, driving new wallets over there to the PTM community. So congratulations to all our Innovative Use Case Award winners. That brings us over to our first ever Independent Development Award, which is 12,500 Rally going out to DLM Coin for their help with development of a one-on-one tournament bot and using it within the community to get new coin supporters and engagement from the community. So congratulations to everyone that picked up a reward. If you guys know anyone that's doing something out there cool on either side of the ecosystem, please make sure you guys are submitting them for a review.
Amazing. I love to hear all of the work that the community is doing. And thanks for joining us today, Meta, to present those. It's awesome.
No worries, man. Anything I can do to help.
Awesome. Thanks. Hey, and with that, I'm going to hand it over to Joel. Joel's got a few of our ecosystem partners in the house today to talk through what they're working on, and we'll see what he's got lined up for us. Hey, Joel.
Hey, yeah, I'm joined today by three really amazing companies on the kind of platform and ecosystem side. These folks are a combination or kind of somewhere in the spectrum of either already building for Rally or interested in building for Rally. And so with that, we wanted to let them come talk to a number of our creators here today, and let them tell you give you their spiel, and show off what they're working on, and get your feedback. So any creators on the call, please reach out to these people, drop comments in the chat, whatever it is, and we'll have some really special guests here. So with that, I will pass it over to Nate at Aesthetic. I got a preview of Nate's platform the other day. It's very cool, and so invited him here today. So Nate, are you with us?
Hey, Joel. Yeah, thanks for having us. I'm excited to share more about what we're up to. Yeah, so I'm Nate. Got a nice bio there. We're building Aesthetic. So Aesthetic is a no-code platform for NFT creators and communities. Just to confirm, is it cool to share a little demo here, or should I just give a kind of an overview?
Yeah, that'd be great. Brian, can we set them up?
Yep, give me just a second here.
Sure. I also have my co-founder, James, or one of our founding partners on the line as well, who can also sort of contribute to any questions on the technical side. But yeah, just to add a little bit of color, we're a YC-backed company. We're building tools for NFT creators. We really like to think about it as supporting sort of two functions: distribution, so creating and selling NFTs or airdrops, and community or utility. So let's see here. Oh, still
You should be good to go now, Nate. I think you've been made a co-host.
Still says host disabled.
Try now.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Hey there.
Cool. You guys see my screen?
Yep.
Excellent. Cool. So here's Aesthetic. So essentially, what we built, again, enables creators to both distribute tokens, but also create token-gated experiences. So what you're looking at here is an example of a token-gated channel on Aesthetic. I'll just show you essentially what you can support is both public content and then also private content. So in order to actually view any content within a token-gated channel, you have to own a token from that, the requirements of that channel. So in this case, this is a demo that's attached to a 721 contract for ASD tokens. So I'll just connect my wallet here so you guys see what that looks like. Boom. Okay, cool. So now as a viewer, I can view both public and private content. And so the way that we're building this is a post in our world is like an extensible plugin. So it can be content, it can be token gated video, it can be a widget to sell sort of e-commerce items, hooks with Snapshot, Discord, Discourse. So we're really building out this utility layer for NFT communities to basically enable them to create value for their patrons. We're also supporting the ability to do drops. So just to kind of give you a preview of what that looks like, our first drop is coming up actually in about 3 weeks with this company, this digital design studio called The High Key. And they're basically doing a series of 1,000 procedurally generated chairs. So they're able to come into the app, create a drop page. Obviously, it's not live yet, but when it is live, it would look more akin to this. So again, we really wanted to start with features that are that are not available on existing marketplaces. So we're rolling out the ability to do factory minting on the platform. And so any patron that comes to their drop can buy an item and then seamlessly enter a token gated experience. So really what we're building is a unified space for both selling and then re-engaging with NFT patrons. So we've launched our private alpha. We're partnering with creators, brands, and communities. And so we're actually going to be rolling out the next 3 drops, our partnerships with pretty high profile photographers, artists, and then we're also onboarding DAOs like Orange DAO, Raven Protocol, who are going to be using our platform as a token-gated social experience. So we're super excited to sort of chat with creators on the Rally platform, potentially integrate Rally as another sort of wallet solution. And so super excited to sort of talk to more folks from here as well.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nate. I can already see in the chat, people are asking for link and contact information. So definitely do us all a favor. Drop your info there. Next, we are joined by Smita and Nico from eStreamly. I believe you guys are co-hosts as well. So you guys can, if you guys are here to present, take us through the eStreamly platform and talk to us a little bit about where you're at in the development cycle with, with the platform as well as with Rally.
Yeah, hi everyone. So excited to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. We had a chance to speak with some of you recently. I don't know if you can see my screen. There you go. I'm Nicholas, the co-founder, and Smita is also there. She's a technical co-founder. I'm more on the business side. We're super excited. I'm sure you'll being a creator, you all remember and you all have seen the QVC, right? And so QVC is kind of this place where you see a product and then you can, people are talking about this product and people can actually demonstrate the product and you can potentially buy this product. And what we're trying to do is we are trying to help making that transaction and the video all together seamlessly, and that's through a self. And it can also be website. So we know that as a creator, you're really caring about three things, right? So basically, you're caring about audience growth, customer intimacy, and monetization. And what eStreamly is about is really helping you with the monetization piece of it. And we're trying to, we're also helping with the customer intimacy. So what we are creating an embedded player that you can have on your website and that can have a lot of interaction, and most of the interaction being a buy button. So it's a 4-click process for someone to buy this product. But it's also a way for you, like you're creating a lot of content on different socials, a lot of video content. What we will enable you to do is taking that content, put it on your website, adding, merch, get tips, and then what we want to propose to the community, to the Rally community, after talking to Joseph Jaff, Whitney, Lauritsen, and many others, is to enable your shoppers or your fan to actually be rewarded in token. So when a transaction happens on the ability of buying, then you can have really a coin. The other thing that we're doing is we make those videos shoppable through a web page and with the payment enable. But what most important is that those videos are completely searchable online on Google. So as a matter of fact, here we have a creator with us, Asunta Black Beauty, and I invite you to try out on the Google search. And the first thing that shows up is a recent video of her. And it's, as you can see, it's eStreamly, and that video is shoppable. So really, when you create content online, that video will do tons of SEO, and that video will make it shoppable. It's also super easy to add new products. We are thinking about having super libraries. So, you can add your own product, but you can also tap into a library of other products that will be on dropshipping, so you can sell. So this for the recording, but we can also do that through a live stream. So I don't know if you probably not have, I don't know if you know much about what live stream and e-commerce can do together, but it started in China in 2015, and it's already like a 15% of the total e-com. There's one streamer alone that was able to move $1.7 billion of product through a 12-hour live stream. So it's a really massive opportunity for brands, for creators to rise and benefit from this economy. We want to be a big part of that and enable that. So the way we think about it is we enable you to go live, obviously on your website. We simulcast on different social media, and then you're able to engage your audience through a chat. We have a lot of new feature coming up as well, like audio and some others. So this is what we do. We also enable you to repurpose your content. So maybe during a live, your live is maybe a half hour or an hour content. We can edit that content and make it 30 seconds, so you can reshare it across social if you wanted to. So what we are proposing to the community, and the way we are thinking about how we can add value by partnering with Rally is really in 3 ways. First one is when there's a transaction happening, we want to enable you to actually give coin to your fan base. When they buy merch, when they buy a product, when they tip you, they can also claim a reward in your own coin. The other thing is special shout out for fan. So for instance, if a fan were to buy a product on your page, and they will be doing that during the live, that will show up. So that will enable you to have like a special drop as they watch or things like that. So we can think about those things. And then the third one is partnering with brand, right? So I'm sure some of you are already doing some brand partnership. And one way could be that when you talk to those person and do those brand partnerships, you could do a live. The live can happen on their website, and you can have control over the reward. You can have control over the transaction that happen on their website, and all the data that get aggregated to that event specifically. So really, our embedded can be put anywhere. It's connected with the e-commerce, so the transaction happen right there. So that's kind of what we do.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
Nico, unfortunately, we're gonna have to keep it moving. But thank you so much for sharing. I can already see in the chat some of the creators love this and are already live streaming with products. So do us all a favor, put your contact information in the chat so that others can get in touch with you. Last but not least, we are joined by Elizabeth Sewell from community.com. Community obviously is the largest texting platform for creators. And so Elizabeth is here to kind of tell us a little bit more about the platform and how our creators can get involved.
Thanks, Joel. Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Sewell. I work with Community, which is, as he mentioned, an SMS direct engagement platform, all through via text message. I'm excited to kind of present to you today to see how you can really increase engagement with your coin holders and your audiences in general, and really just utilize Community as kind of like this kick-ass notification system now that we have a bunch of changes when it comes to iOS, when it comes to Google cookies and things like that. So I have a couple of slides here that I'll just run through quickly, and then we also have an offer so that the Rally coin holder base can actually try Community for free. So we're excited to kind of get some feedback and get you guys up and running on this. So essentially, Community is the best way to engage your customers. And I think what we've done really is we've taken the power of just generalized text messaging, right? Like you don't have to download an app, you don't have to do anything new. You just basically have to opt into somebody's community and bam, you can text them right on their phone. And what a better way to reach somebody than right on their phone, right? When's the last time you changed your phone number? And high school for me. So everybody has a phone number, everybody's chatting in their phone to their family members. So why wouldn't they want to talk with their favorite creators? And you'll see here two really key numbers down here. 95% is actually the open rate for text messages, and that's within the first 5 minutes. And so when you think about this compared to, email open rates sitting, 10% and probably lower. Once you get even in there, it's about a 2% click-through rate. And so this is really the highest engaged channel and the best way to reach your audience at this point in time. And so you'll also see this 45%, and that's actually the click-through rate for links. But you'll see under here, which we like to highlight, is a 58% for AI targeted campaigns. And why we really like to highlight that is because the platform that Community is built off of and kind of like the proprietary AI tech that we utilize on the back end allows you to sub-segment your community, right? So for example, we work with Felicia Day already. She's already on all our platforms. She already has her Geeks coin. And so she can go in and she can talk to all of her different audiences, people who are looking for her streaming, her live streams, people who are looking for her acting, people who are her coin holders. She can actually subset these into different communities and really target the message to each of these subsets of fans that she has. And so once you start to really delve into that, you have about a 60% open and click-through rate on links that come through on text message, which is really, best in class as far as like notifications are concerned. And so you'll see this is a bit of what our interface looks like. It's essentially, our SVP calls it iMessage on steroids. So it's very user-friendly and simple to utilize. It's a simple UX and UI. You can send rich media messages. You can send links. You can send GIFs. You can send, or GIFs, I should say. You can send emojis. You can send links. So you can utilize this exactly as you would a normal text message. But what you have on the back end here is a way to look through, sort of some metrics here. What are your response rates? You can target who you're sending this to, how we sort of get, and I think that's actually on the next slide, but how we gather data here is we're calling it zero party data. That's what we've coined it on internally. But essentially when you opt into somebody's community, we get your name, we get your birth date, we get your gender identity, we get your phone number, and we get your email and your location. And so with all of this information that is actually owned wholly by the community leader, which is what we call somebody who owns the phone number. So that you as the creators would fully own all of these lists of data. So we don't go in and retarget based on, similar likes or interests. We don't go in and resell your user data. This is actually all wholly owned by the creators. And what this does is it helps create automatic segmentation. And by automatic segmentation, we mean if you're in the entertainment industry, if you're a band or a musician and you have a last minute show in Los Angeles, for example, say, you can actually go on the back end and send a message to only people within a 50-mile radius. Hey, we have, special tickets for our coin holders tonight at the El Rey Theater. And so you can actually send that targeted message out within our platform. And so and you can also look at things like, I want to talk to 18 and over women who are interested in my coin and who also have, clicked on a streaming link. And so you can get really targeted with these different sort of subset of communities within your larger audience, which we found that once you start to engage in these very micro-targeted ways, people really respond well to that, right? So if you're not speaking as in a social media platform where you're speaking one to, just too many, but not having any sort of back and forth conversations, you're actually able to go in and respond to your community users and really kind of target them and meet them where they're at when it comes to what they want to hear from you.
Awesome.
So another piece of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, nothing. I was just going to say it's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, here's some of our, and just like, this will be super quick, but here's a couple of our sort of AI different responses that we can do. One of them is called response clustering. You'll see what that looks like here, right? So you can go on, and one of these things is like, we use this example a lot, is that Post Malone actually utilized this for his Crocs collaboration. And so he just sent out a random text message and he was like, hey, you're in my community, pink or blue. And so when people started to respond, the messages cluster like this, right? Like Legos, or how did you know it was so pink or blue? And he could go in and actually go to the people who chose pink and say, hey, do you like butterflies, or do you like, rats, or whatever he was saying, however he wanted to kind of like embellish. And basically what he did was he crowdsourced all of these different opinions on how he should, do his first Crocs collaboration. And essentially that sold out almost immediately with his community. And so it's a really, really powerful way to sort of speak to your fans and really kind of bifurcate your audience. So you make sure that you're directly speaking to them about what they're interested in. Here's just an example of some of the major person.
Elizabeth, oops, sorry to do this to you, but we gotta keep moving. But if you want to just kind of skip ahead to well, the really cool thing. And as you mentioned, guys, we have creators like Felicia Day already using this platform. It's a great way for her to onboard people into her coin. But if not, and you're interested, Elizabeth, I'll let you kind of talk through the promo.
Yeah, of course. So we wanted to make sure that this is accessible to all of the Rally creators in the Rally community. And so we set up that you can actually have a 30-day free trial. You go to community.com, you sign up, and then you utilize this promotional code, and that'll actually give you a free trial of our essentials package, which is what we offer to influencers. It's $99 a month once the free trial is up, but we really want to get you guys kind of on the platform. We feel like the power in it is really exploring it and seeing how it works for you and your community. And so we'll see you from there. We'll email this out to you, and Joe will have this so that he can, if anybody needs it, feel free to reach out to him. I'll drop my email as well into the chat, so feel free to reach out to me directly with any additional questions.
Really stellar. Thanks a ton for the support and for the participation, Elizabeth. I love that incentive too. Feel free to drop your contact and the that offer code in the chat here as well, so that folks who are on the call who maybe didn't get to see it can grab it. Thanks, Joel, for bringing the really great ecosystem partners in for the conversation today. Really appreciate the presentations from everyone. Love seeing all of the stellar utility that we're bringing to the table for community members. We actually don't have any more Slido questions. We're at the end of our time together, team. So wanted to thank you all for the time today. I'll publish a recording of this up to our YouTube. I'll also drop it onto the Discord as well. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. I really appreciate the time. Thanks, everyone.